I was standing next to the guest house, and Margaret Crass was standing there, and we'd been with Baba all day. And suddenly Baba walked over to us, and he didn't say anything. We didn't say anything. His hands go like this. And then he walked away, and I said, Margaret, I feel so drained. I felt just like a balloon with all air it left. And she said, oh, my dear, he was just using your energy. But I felt that somehow I was like a key there, and maybe she too, for some work that Baba was doing. You know, and you get those little moments with Baba. You begin to feel that you are not just this individual little split eye, separate of ego, but you're part of a huge group or class, genius, whatever the right biological word is. Genius. Class A, human being. And when Baba says everyone is equal distant from me, that he loves everyone equally, that's very true. And you see that in his eyes at times, that you're all just equal. And then another moment he's very, very particularly looking at you, and looking at your eyes, and working directly with your heart. And as Baba said, I've come to sow the seed of love in your heart. And that's the gift, Baba says, of the Master. He forgets the gift, and then it flourishes and fructifies. And I always think of it, there's a Hindu word called bija, means seeds of fire, and I think of Baba's seed of love as a seed of fire. It's like he throws this spark at you, and you're just a stack of old hay, you know, old rubbish, you know, and it starts burning. And that's getting rid of your sanskar. But I don't know how many of you burned leaves in the fall. It's such fun to do it. It slowly burns, you know, and it's this lovely perfume. So he's slowly burning up your sanskars. It's not a huge conflagration. You know, it's too much to burn all at once. But he's thrown that seed of fire at you, and that's his prem, that's his love. And how lucky you all are, most of you anyway, that feel that flame in the heart. And the how to keep close to Baba, how to get to this real self that Baba is. And he would say, I'm not this body that you see. And then he would say to someone like Kaikobad, even Kaikobad doesn't see me as I really am. And Kaikobad obviously was an advanced soul, saw Baba as light all the time, circles of light and stuff. So who is Baba? He's not all these wonderful inner plane experiences. He's not that man in the little pink coat. And who is he, you know? That's the mystery of it all. And he's the real self. He's the one soul. And he's just manifesting on these different levels. And Baba says that it's sort of amazing that, you know, we see him as a man, to bring this up, but if you were a horse, you'd see him as a horse. Or an ant sees him as an ant. A bird sees him as a bird. A rock sees him as a rock. So he's avatar on all levels. Actually, avatar on all levels. Hard concept to fathom, but that's true. So the question is, who am I? You don't know who you are. Baba knows who you are because he is you. And I always say, and this is something you can only experience in some very intuitive way, that he is your divine self. He kind of gives you this fraction of a second glimpse of that reality. And that is why he knows you. You know, you don't have to tell him anything. It's not like he's a yogi, or even with his universal mind, scoping what you are and everything. He already experienced you. If you lived your life for 8,400,000 lives, you didn't live it. It's the divine ego that lived it, and your memories are just your ego mind thinking that only you know all about it. So it's very easy for him to love you because he's loving himself. And that brings another point. How do we get close to Baba? Through the path of love. I mean, a different slant to it by explaining that passage in the Bible in St. John. The Son of Man comes in clouds of glory to judge the quick and the dead, and goes to the ends of the earth to find the elect and the select. So Baba gives this explanation. Coming in clouds of glory means that the avatar comes with the powers of the planes, the 7 planes, which are clouds, just symbolic clouds. And to judge the quick and the dead means he judges those who are in the body and those who are out of the body. And to go to the ends of the earth to find the select and the elect. The elect are the ones that are his circle. They have to be wherever they are. And it's typical of Baba. For example, he said, before he left India, he said, I have to go to the West and contact the Western members of my circle before World War II. And that's what he did, all those trips to Europe and America, as you know. The others, the select, or which one was it? Elect, are the ones that choose to follow him. And that's the rest of us. You know, we're not in the circle, okay, or maybe, I don't know, but anyway. So that is that you choose to follow Baba. That's your choice to be a devotee of Baba. And obviously, you can follow that through many lives with Baba. And I'm sure some of you have met Baba in another life, maybe just even as Meher Baba. You might have been an old lady creeping up the hill of Meher in the 20s. You know? It's all possible. And another interesting thing Don Stevens came out with, I'd never heard this before either, he said that Baba had said that in each avataric period, he chooses or decides who will meet him when he comes again as avatar. And the people who met him in this particular avatar was chosen by the previous one. So, for example, I met him as Meher Baba. That means he chose that I met him when he was Muhammad. He decided I was Muhammad. And so that's an interesting point, that Baba already plans who's going to meet him in the next incarnation, whatever he will be. But you form these links with the avatar, and they go back and back and back. It's just incredible how far back they go. You might have been, any of us might have passed him on the road, you know, 2,000 years ago, or whatever. Small contact. You might have put him down, you might have made fun of him as Buddha, or whatever, you know. But there's a link, and you build up these links slowly and slowly. I don't think it's any one miraculous choice. It's just like the rest of evolution. All the people close to you in your life, you've had links with them for lifetimes. You just can't see it, but you've had links with them for lifetimes. I look at you.